Hi, this is Aaron from Seven Figure Publishing and Agora Financial. I want to tell you one quick thing about Richard Miller and his studios. The guy is an absolute pro. I've worked with him on several occasions, and there's nobody better in the business. It was Warren Buffett who said price is what you pay and value is what you get. In this case, forget about the price because the prices are great. Richard's going to work with you to give you the best product at a price that works for you. But the value, that's what's through the roof. From the content, the production quality, everything he does is going to be absolute top notch. Your project is going to be better if you work with Richard than if you work with anybody else. Do yourself a favor, call Richard right now for your next project. Thanks a lot.
Hi, my name is Barry Randall from England. I'm here in Arizona at Richard Miller's studio and part of a mastermind group. I'm setting to launch my own info products. So being in front of a camera is like brand new to me, really difficult. I wasn't quite sure about content and the way that I should deliver it. Actually, Richard and his team made me feel really comfortable, helped me out with that, taught me how to position the things that I was trying to say and the way that I was trying to say them. Just made me feel really easy about doing video in the future, and I'm looking forward to doing plenty more work with Richard and his team.
Hi, this is David Deutsch. This is the second year I've come out to Richard Miller's Mission Control Studios here in Phoenix. And I just love coming here. It's so easy to get great video to use on social media, to use for content in products. Richard makes it so easy, not just the environment, which is just a great place to be and hang out, but also Richard is so professional and he is aware of the best ways to get the best video. He's able to direct. He's able to bring out a performance in me that I wouldn't be able to do ordinarily. He knows what works in social media, what works in content, what works for great content footage. And that's just so helpful to have someone behind the camera, behind the scenes that can guide me in the best, not just guide me in terms of the best video, but also guide me in terms of what to say, what kind of videos we should do. There's so much that having him here and being at his studio contributes. So if you've got video that you need to shoot, I highly recommend you come out to Mission Control Studios here in Phoenix and work with Richard.
Hi, I'm John Carlton, owner of Carlton Inc. and co-creator of the Simple Writing System. I wanted to say a few kind words about Richard Miller. Whenever we have any kind of filming to do, Richard is the only guy we go to. He's the first call and the last call. He over-delivers and he brings a very specialized knowledge to anything that we have to do that we want to put on film. He understands the equipment, he understands what we're trying to do, he understands direct response, he understands marketing. I can't think of another guy I've ever worked with who brings that kind of knowledge and understanding and a skill to videotaping. So I can't recommend him highly enough.
Hey, what's up? I'm Kevin Rogers, and look at this beautiful 1962 butterscotch left-handed Telecaster. Not only am I not left-handed, I don't play guitar. This guitar belongs to Richard Miller. Not only does he play this guitar well, he's the best guy you could possibly have to provide you with video for your product or to tape and help run your seminar. Richard's done both of these things for me. He's better than other people because he really gets marketing. He understands what you're after with your video. I've seen him sit behind that camera and coach people who are otherwise clueless, nervous, and about to blow it big time and turn their complete pitch and product around in real time. And that's just one of those intangibles that you don't get with any old run-of-the-mill videographer or producer or event runner. So Richard Miller is the guy you want. And when you're putting on a live event, you got to have that confidence that the guy behind the booth is in control and he's going to hand you the perfect product at the end of it. So when that's on the line, Richard Miller's your guy. Wow.
Hi, I'm Lori Haller from Designing Response. I'm just wrapping up some video at Richard Miller's studio in Arizona, Mission Control Studio. And I'd just like to say thank you to Richard and the entire team for making my videos a success. I appreciate his strategy, his directing capabilities, top-notch in all ways. Thanks a lot, Richard.
Hi, I'm Rick Harmon, and I'm here at Mission Control Studios, Richard Miller's great studio in Phoenix, Arizona. I first met Richard here a couple of years ago, along with one of my mastermind groups, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate Richard's crew, and particularly Richard's guidance in walking me through something I'm not at all natural to do, and that is anything on video. I choke, I get that limbic brain. They know how to make me feel at ease, and how to get the best out of me in the minimum number of time. And you can't just do that with anybody, and that's just not someone who can take a camera and point and shoot and press a button. I got to tell you that you work with Richard and you just feel entirely different. He can really pull something out of you like only the best directors can. So if you haven't had any opportunity to do any work with someone who's other than just operating a camera, you really have to have an expert. And I can't say enough about how Richard's helped me and helped my business grow. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Ryan Elipinski. I'm here to chat a little bit about Richard Miller and his studio and awesome team here in Phoenix. I'm a digital-based marketer, and I've worked with a lot of video guys over the years. Richard's as great as they come. Not just his knowledge of the technical side of things, which there's a lot of guys out there that can do that, but his understanding of small business, what they're trying to accomplish, and getting results on the back end. And Richard understands the entire process. So if you're looking for whether it's small business videos, how to build a course, whatever the case might be, I can't recommend anyone other than Richard Miller. 2 thumbs up.
Hey, I'm Stan Dahl, CEO of Marketing Rebel. Just wrapping up another mastermind meeting that I co-host with John Carlton here at Mission Control Studios. That's Richard Miller's place in Phoenix. I've lost track of how many meetings we've held here. For several years, we held mastermind meetings here. Whenever John and I shoot a new product, we come here and work with Richard. It's just really, it's not just a great space, it's a very professional studio, and Richard has a great team. But if you're thinking there's a lot of studios out there, why come here? It's because these people know what they're doing. They make you better. They're really good at working with people who are not used to being on camera and making them really comfortable really fast. I've seen them working with people who do a lot of filming, and even they'll finish their set and they'll talk to me off camera and they'll just say how comfortable, how professional these people are. I strongly believe, and I've lived this now for like 8 years, I go out of my way to travel here to work with Richard and his team. They're incredibly supportive. They understand marketing. They're not just someone sitting behind the camera. They have an incredible attention to detail and lighting and shadow, and something that if you just hire the kid next door with the fancy camera to film you, you're going to get some film. But it's not the same as having someone who really has an eye to what makes it look more professional. And more important to that to me, because I don't really care if I look professional on camera, I need my stuff to be effective. If it's training, it has to be no distractions, get the training across. If it's marketing, it has to be on message, it has to be concise. And that's what these guys are good for. You got a location here in Phoenix where you have multiple sets. You're seeing me just in one. You can get in the car and go 10 minutes, and you have these unbelievably beautiful desert and golf course landscapings where Richard can also do your product video or your marketing video. And I said, for myself and John Carlton, we hold mastermind meetings here because there's really a beautiful meeting space next door. And a very typical one of our clients will come here and we'll spend a little time talking about their marketing, working on some scripts for their video, their strategy, let's say for Facebook for the next couple months. And then we walk next door into the studio and we shoot it all, and it's done. And that's unique. There's not too many places I know or people out there who can really not just film you, but solve the business problem for you like Richard and his team. So again, thanks again, Richard. I really appreciate it. Everything you've done for us for all these years, and I'm looking forward to working with you again real soon.
Hello, my name is Victor Urbina. I am the founder and CEO of Optimum Life Labs, and it's important that you have good video for any type of marketing that you're doing. And while a lot of companies could shoot good video, I think what sets Mission Control Studios above all the others is that they bring more to the table than that. They are very capable of shooting great video, but they have a true understanding of marketing and what works. So if you're a company that needs high quality video, Mission Control Studios is definitely the way to go.
All right, you don't know who I am, but I've been, ever since a little kid, I was on the internet selling stuff. Well, fast forward, I've spent about $100 million. and my business partner and I, we figured out how to create blockbuster hits in the form of advertisements, in the form of videos, campaigns. Well, there's only a few other people that I know in the world that can actually capture magic on camera. And Richard is one of them. What he's done, he is the man behind some of the most successful events. Events like Longevity Conference, events that have created millions and millions of dollars of sales. And what's amazing about Richard and what Mission Control have done is that they figured out a way to capture the essence of what someone is delivering. And whether you're a big brand or you yourself have something to offer the world, there's something special in there. And the problem is that, and I struggle with the same thing for myself, is that you're not going to be able to get it out. It is so incredibly hard to get it out. And the key is to work with someone who wants to get that message out of you more than anyone else. And the passion that Richard and the passion that the team over at Mission Control have is unbelievable. And I didn't even, until just recently, even know about him. So he is like this hidden gem in Arizona that I'm so grateful that our paths have crossed, and they'll never be the same. So again, think of what you're doing, whatever you're trying to launch, whatever you're trying to create. It's like a rocket. Here's a platform, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to create a video. But if you don't know what you're doing and you don't have the team and the insight and the passion that understands how to extract it from you, your rocket's not going anywhere. It's stuck on the launch pad. So seriously, even aside from video production, everything these guys do, one of the nicest, kindest people I've ever met in my life. And he's the type of person where you want to say, I know a guy, and you want to build things with that type of person your whole entire career, or every business you go to, everything you create, talk to Richard. I highly urge you, if you have any kind of video, or you're not even sure exactly what you want to create, you just know you need to generate revenue, you need people to see it, it needs to be captured, talk to Richard, talk to the team. Like, it is the best thing you can do. Just talk to them.